As we begin this part, Pyramus has just killed himself, and this is the perfect form of the verb to lie down. So he lay, Recipenus on his back, humo just means on the ground, and then very straightforward, the blood, emicat alte. Then this line is where we get our simile. So not differently than when. And so in using the not differently than, we're also getting a litotes. That's our understatement. So instead of saying something like similar to, it's not different than when. Okay, so here fistula is going to serve as the subject of the verbs that are to come. So fistula is a pipe. So a pipe vitiato plumbo. This is going to be an ablative of description, talking about the pipe. I would translate it using with. And then scinditur is going to mean is split, is open, and it is a passive verb. And then we don't get our verb until way down here, so this could be considered enjambment. This as well in the line above. This one's a little bit more powerful. So ejaculator is a deponent verb, so it looks passive, but it's translated active, so it shoots forth. And then we've got longas aquas. This is what it shoots forth. Long streams of water instead of just long waters. That sounds kind of strange. And then these three words all go together. And so I would say with a thin hissing hole, or from a thin hissing hole. So it shoots forth. Let's go with from, making this word is specifically, but both of them describe foramine, an ablative of separation. So the water is being separated from the pipe. So the pipe shoots forth long streams of water from a thin hissing present active participle, and foramine hole. I like to think of this probably more likely that you've seen as like a hose, if you think of a hose with a hole in it. Okay, and it bursts the air, it strikes the air with bursts. And so that would be your ablative of means there. But basically, Pyramus's blood has shot forth so highly into the air that it's like a pipe with a hole in it where the water's shooting forth. Pretty weird simile. We'll talk more about that in class. All right, and then in this part, we have this adjective that means of a tree. So the offspring of a tree, which of course in this case would be fruit. We jump down here to our verb, are turned in atram, that's a misdrive, faciam, into a dark appearance. I would use an ablative of cause here for this aspirgine because of the spattering, and then a genitive for this word. And then here we've got and, jumping over here, and we've got a new subject, rhotic. So the roots, made facta, perfect passive participle, having been soaked with blood, tinget, dye or color the hanging fruit with a purple color. So the idea being that the blood shooting forth from Pyramus is coloring the fruit on the outside, but likewise the blood that's being soaked into the roots from Pyramus is also turning the fruit color from the inside. Pretty graphic.